Good morning, everyone. So let's start with the demo of Dev. So once you enter, Dev will greet you. Dev is designed to greet you with the Bank of Baroda. Good morning, everyone. Let's start with the demo of Dev. Once you enter, Dev is designed to greet you. Then it will ask you for your name to recognize you, your email address for you to authenticate. Then it will send using the Microsoft Power Automate OTP, a six-digit numeric number OTP, 375362, like 375362. Now we have now what happens is now we have this catalog. This is the features of Dave. Now, like first, whenever you enter any chatbot, what you'll do is interact. So let's suppose you get hi, how you. So the what they will do is it will fetch the reply from the Microsoft Language Studio, that is the question answering reply, and then if you say hi, then it will show the um, proper catalog. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get started with the functionalities. So let's get started with transaction. Let's do some transaction first. So main thing about any financial institute or financial bank is transaction. So it will ask you for your pin. Let's suppose my pin is 1101, and what is the amount you want to transfer. So let's suppose I want to transfer, this is the random amount that I want to transfer. Like, what is the name of the person you want to transfer the amount to? Let's say Vinay Gupta. So what is the ID of UPI ID of Vinay Gupta? Let's suppose I've given the number. Then please share some remarks for the payment. So test payment to Papa. Now what happens is it asks whether you want to do it again or not. If suppose I say no, now it says that the transaction has been initiated, and this play card comes. It means that the transaction has been initiated and the Microsoft Cosmo DB data has been updated. Now when you go and now it says that you have also earned a reward. Congratulations that you have earned a reward of 900 rupees, currently the same amount that you have paid. Points for completing the transaction operation. Thank you for choosing Bank of Baroda. So now again we have this. Now let's suppose we select the detect language. Now Dev is not meant for Indians only. So we can also talk in different languages. For example, let's suppose I live in France, or I speak France. I speak French. So if I give this as the input, so it is asking me to converse in my language. So let's suppose I give something in French. What it does is it detects the language. For example, it detects French as of now. You can see that it has detected French. Now it detects the English reply. It says the English reply, hi, this is Dev. Yes, thanks to Azure's translate service, I can understand French very well. Thank you for choosing Bank of Baroda. And it also, using the Azure translate service, translate it to French. Like the given, I don't know how to read French, but this is it. Now when we go ahead, it we go for check transaction. So, like, many old age people are still in a habit of writing checks, or many people are still in a habit of writing physical checks. But in online transactions, they cannot do that. But using the Azure Cosmo, like Azure Computer Vision, we can perform that. So, what happens is the handwritten check. This is a handwritten check which I'll show you. This is the check. Please mention, please see, like it is the date is of 4th April 37305 and the Contoso Corporation. Now we see whether whether the bot was able to identify the details. The date is 4th April 2020. Payment is done to Contoso Corporation. Payment detail is 37305 $37,305, and this is the account number that is being taken into account for it to cancel, for so that no further transaction can happen via the check. Now one thing is khata book. So khata book is like, if you have the new user, it will assign you a ID. Using that ID, like this, many times what happens is like, in local shops we have people who have a lot of transactions happening a day, so they need to maintain a record of it. What our bot they will do, it will maintain a record for them. So like they remain organized. So it says like, we create a payment record. We say pay vit fees for next semester. Then it will ask whether I want to add any more. I'll say yes, and then pay 1,000 rupees to RN. So what happens is, now it asks again. Now I say no. So we can now, what we can do is we can view these transactions. Like, no, these are not the transactions, these are just the payment records. We can view them or we can delete the payment records as per our requirements. So like, it will show what are the payment records selected. Like, these are the payment records. Let's suppose I've paid RN 1,000 rupees. So I'll say okay, thank you. I am not, I'm deleting this payment record. So would you like to delete more payment records? I'd say no, and then the payment record will be deleted. So this is how you can maintain a khata book. So you can change user with different user ID. You can create a new user ID, or you can directly exit. So exiting this, you will enter the main page. So entering the main page, you can select the invoice analyzer. This is the main feature that I've added. What it does is like, we have a lot of invoices. So many times we want to read what the data is. Now what they will do is, it will take your invoice, analyze the data, tell you what is the amount that you have paid, to whom you have paid, who like, what is the tax that you have paid on that. So this is, I've selected. Now let me show you what this invoice is. This invoice is, oh, I guess please upload also got selected. If I just click on this, now you can see that the vendor name Contoso Limited, customer name Microsoft, amount paid is 100, tax is $10, subtotal is 110, description. And then this is the invoice of the payment done by Microsoft Corporation to Contoso Limited of $110, paying tax of $10. Then coming back to the main page, we can also maintain a service product record. So what happens is, like the big banks like Bank of Baroda have a lot of services that they offer. What, like suppose FDs, credit cards, loans, etc. What we can do is, a person is a customer of multiple of these product branches, and he has to maintain all of them. Like, a person can have multiple credit cards, so how to maintain a record of all of them? So what we can do is we can add a product based on our email id, based on our account. And what it will do is, first we can view the last service id. Let's suppose I say credit card. So it will tell that I have already three credit cards like C3. So last was gold card. So I'll say, would you like to see other categories latest product? I'll say no for now. So it will go and it will again show me the catalog, which product. So I'll say C4. So this is the things that I want to add. Then I'll say housing loan, car loan, platinum card. So I'll say cancel. Now cancel is a keyword. What it does is I wanted to add a loan, but I entered into credit card. So what happens is you can immediately say cancel and it will land back to the previous page. Now we'll say add product. We'll say enter service ID. We'll say L4. Then it says that housing loan. I'll say housing loan to, what is the amount associated with it. I'll say this much. Please give a image url if you have. Then let's suppose this is a sample image I've kept. So it gives this. And now it has, now it asks for the category. I'll say loan. And now finally, would you like to add more products? I'll say no. And finally a hero card comes, and it means that your product has been updated to the cosmodb database with a play card showing that it is updated. So this is the housing loan that you have created. Like, this is the housing loan record that you have created. Now we, what we can do is we can update it even. Suppose that what you have done, what you have chosen is something, you have given something wrong. So view by category, if I suppose have given the loan product, the loan amount is wrong. So what it does is, there are two loans. Let's suppose I go with housing loan 2. I select housing loan 2 and change the price. They change the amount that has been linked with it to, what is the new amount? I'll say 1010. No, I would not like to change any other property, and it will show that my updation has been successful and the housing loan 2 has been changed to the price this. So would you like to change, update more products? I'll say no. It will come back to the main page. Now we can also view the other products. Like for example, I have few credit cards that I have entered already. So if I go and I want to view the credit cards that I have, so what it does is it will enter credit card, and it will show the credit cards that I have: the gold card, the platinum card, the debit card, and their amount that is associated with it. So let's suppose I exit it now. Now it will jump back to the previous main page. We exit it as well. Now we jump back to the main page. Now there's something very exciting for you. Now we can also register complaints. Like please provide the name. What is the branch? Mayur Vihar branch. Ask for the, I'll say, misbehavior. I inquired about loan and will charge. Let's say skip. So it asks whether what happened with you. Do you have the image? It gets to know. Dave gets to know what the situation is, and then what category it does it belong. So I'll say loan. Now they will apologize for the inconvenience you have the Bank of Baroda officials have caused, and will also forward the complaint to the head official in the form of mail, which I'll show in the form of screenshot. You can see, I guess. Then what happens is that this comes again. Now we go for schedule meeting. This is a very important feature. So what happens is, like, many times people want to talk to a real person, like if they have any inquiry or if they have something they want to talk to a real person. So what it happens is, like, they can just directly schedule a meeting. So it's a 8th 11 11 11 11. Let's go give 12. Okay, so it will schedule a meeting for the same. What is the reason to schedule this meeting? Inquire reading new FD. So, for example, if I give this, so now I will also get an confirmation mail that an appointment has been scheduled. Appointment has been scheduled, Technical Department, Bank of Baroda, for this time, this date. And at the same time, in my Microsoft Teams profile, it will be updated. But I'll show that in a form of screenshot. Now, once you exit, they will ask you, like, whether you like the experience of Dave or not. So if anything, any remarks is there for Dave, so let's suppose, um, great work. Dave is very interactive and lively and did a great job. So they, like, now they will understand whether the intent is positive or negative using the assure sentiment analysis, and will reply this is a score like 0.999, that it is positive. So they was quite sure that it is positive, so it replies that I am glad you like me, I will try my best to perform even better next time, thank you for choosing Bank of Baroda. And on the other hand, if you have written some negative comment, but they would say, I'm really sorry for the trouble that I caused you, or like, I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, I will try my best to improve next time. This is how it works. So thank you for listening.